to tonight's recap of The Bachelorette.
Alright, so let's get right to it. The first date is for Chris.
Yep,
and we
date
don't mean
card
Harrison.
said, no, I'm sure he wishes though. The date card said, love is a steady climb.
So they end up climbing this pretty small building.
I'm not sure if I would call it climbing.
They ratcheted
They
themselves up.
scaled it.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But there was a storm brewing. They could hear the thunders in the background, and Emily, her true side came out. She's all like, Chris, I'm scared.
I don't think I would have minded the climbing so much. It would have been the lightning that freaked me out.
Yeah.
You're getting up pretty high, and you don't want to get
She's
struck
a
by
whiner.
lightning.
Lightning or not, she's a whiner.
All
And
right.
that came out. But they made it. And Emily reveals to Chris that he is too cute for her.
She's like, if I saw you in a bar, I probably wouldn't go up to you because I'd be intimidated.
And all I'm thinking the whole time is, I can't stand the dumb faces he makes.
He's all...
He's like high school phone photos.
Alright, well, it's time for the group date, and the date card was, let's play.
Well, it's time for the date card, but
Whatever.
now let's get back to the date. Chris is 25 and she don't like it.
No, it's a red flag for her because
she don't date
she's
younger
a
men.
whole year older.
Big whoop. But he got the rose anyway because she can't afford to lose him just yet. There's too many others that need to be cut this week. And they go and they listen to Luke Bryan because he's one of her favorite musical singers.
So he performed Drunk on You and some other song, and Chris asks for a kiss. I think that's so weird. Just do it.
Exactly.
Nike.
If you have to ask, then you shouldn't be doing it. Alright, so now let's talk about the group date. All the chuckleheads are rounded up and released at the park. Emily shows up with a football, which she throws one time and then runs away.
But it's not just because she doesn't like football. It's because her friends are there at the playground.
The old biddies. Alright, so she informs them, y'all girls are my posse, and I want you to meet the boys.
So they get to question them, aka grill them.
Oh, and boy, do they ever. That egg dude, Travis, that Wendy was one straight up abrasive bitch. She was like,
I didn't like that Wendy.
did you fertilize it yourself?
Ugh. She was asking all these annoying and gross, at times, questions.
Yeah, she was very abrasive, and you know what? I have a feeling she would take Emily's leftovers in a heartbeat. Especially,
It's kind of like she was shopping for herself.
yeah, especially if they were named Sean.
She's like, can you take off your shirt, please? Do some push-ups.
Can I sit on your back?
Alright, well, they were talking to Ryan, and
Yeah.
he was all like, oh, I hope Emily doesn't put on any weight after we get married. He's like, I'll love her, but I won't love on her.
Ew. Moving on. Dinner. We find out that the old biddies got all together and they said, we like Doug and Sean. Send them over. Just kidding. Alright, so Doug lays a pretty heavy story, which wasn't really a story, it was his life.
His life
on Emily.
story.
Right. About how his parents met. He has epilepsy. And he has epilepsy, right? Not the dad.
It was the dad.
The dad has epilepsy.
I don't know.
Somebody's got epilepsy. And his parents broke up because his mom took off, and then his dad died one night because he didn't want to go to the doctor because he didn't want to spend the grocery money. Oh my God, it was so horrible.
It was really sad.
And he ended up in foster homes. Him and his sister got split up. I was just like, oh, you poor man. And now he's got a kid, and he's an only dad. He's a single dad.
An only dad, yes.
Usually that's how it is. Alright, so we find out the date card, the final date card this week is for Ari.
It's another one-on-one.
Love's a wild ride. He's a race car driver, you do the math.
Yeah.
Alright, so back at the date, Tony is crying like a freaking baby about missing his son.
He's like, my son, I was like, I'm in North Carolina, and my son was like, you're in North Caroline?
If your child is 5 years old and he's still calling it Nerf Caroline, I think you better take him for some services.
I don't know. But Tony just misses his son so much, and I think he had a few drinkies.
Because he drunk dialed him. So, Taylor, I miss you. Are you? The kid was probably like, can I please go to bed now? Dad.
I've been doing this every night for 5 weeks.
Dad, stop drinking. Back away. All right, so Emily takes pity on him and sends him home.
Yeah.
Because he'd never have a shot with her. She's way out of his league. Way out. He's out in orbit. All right, so that was kind of her to put him down, though.
Yeah.
So the rose for the group date goes to...
Sean.
Yeah, because Wendy said
I only say
so.
it that way because it's my brother's name and it's
Yeah.
spelled the same way.
All right, so... Well, I'm surprised you didn't call him Scene.
Scene.
All right, so it's Ari's date time, and there's private jet waiting. They jump on it. They arrive in Tennessee, and she's
They're at Dollywood.
like, do you know where we are? No. No, don't. Yes, it's Dollywood. So the first order of business is let's win something for Ricky.
Yes, and they go on this crazy roller coaster that has eagles on it.
That was pretty cool.
Dad would like
Flying
that.
with the Eagles. And they end up in the theater, where there's 2 microphones and 2 pieces of paper and pens.
Write a love song.
But who shows up right behind them? It's Dolly.
Oh my gosh!
The whole time, all we were thinking was Emily is a young Dolly Parton.
Pre-plastic surgery.
Right.
And also I was thinking, she's totes gonna give Dolly the rose.
She could not take her
She was
eyes
just like-
off of Dolly the whole time. Because Dolly is amazing.
If you're into that.
So Dolly wrote them a little ditty, and she sang it. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Emily was impressed. Ari not so much. Then she's like, you get out. I'm talking to Emily now. She didn't quite say it like that.
Not
but
really, no.
She's like, you go away, mosey on out of here. All right, so she talks to Emily and basically was like, I'm with my husband for 47 years, blah, blah, blah. I didn't get what she wanted, what the point was, but...
I guess she was saying that true love is out there. True love where you can marry someone for 47 years and still have like 20,000 lovers.
Oh, well, thank you. All right.
I'm just telling the truth. Look it up,
hasn't-
people.
It hasn't been proven.
Well,
All right, so then Dolly pulls out a little romantic song just in case it works out. It was a really good song that she wrote for her husband. So then Ari and Emily have dinner, and he was all like, yeah, I was playing house in this relationship where
well, he didn't say that.
this girl had 2 kids, and yeah. Then we
And then they
broke up.
up.
And I missed the kids more than the girl.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
So then she was like, oh, I have this rose here, blah, blah, blah. So then
But-
she faked him out.
Yeah.
And she acted all like she wasn't going to give it to him.
She couldn't do it, though. She gave him the rose.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
All right, no one's ever done that before. It's cocktail party time, or as I like to call it, kooktail. First up on the kook list, Kaylin.
So it got kind of weird because she was like talking when he was talking, and you could tell he was getting pissed, and then all of a sudden he's like, I love when you talk, but please let me finish and shut the F up. He
Yeah.
didn't say that, but
But it was at a really tense
said the
time
first half.
anyway, where he was trying to explain why he didn't see himself with her at first, because she already had a kid, and that's not what he wrote in his diary when he was like 5 years old. All right, let's talk about Travis.
all right.
Time to lose the egg.
They smashed the egg.
He let Emily do it. You never should have shown up with that egg in the first place. I
What
hope
were you
you've
thinking,
seen.
man?
Yeah.
I feel bad for the egg. It
Yeah.
was wasted.
It had a giant yolk too. I'm sure some snake will come and slurp it up. All right. Alessandro.
Now
I just
this
like saying
got
that.
really weird.
He said it would be a compromise if they were to be together to have Ricky as his child. I could see where he's coming from. He wasn't a very eloquent speaker.
No, like the things that he was saying kind of made sense. It was a little rough around the edges, but of course she's all defensive and she's like, "It's a compromise, blah 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 blah."
Not my Ricky.
This should be a bonus.
My Ricky's a star. All right. We find out that he cheated on an ex and had a one-night stand.
I'm sure he's done more than that.
Alright, so he was sent home immediately because he truly is a gypsy king.
This guy's a weirdo, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was kind of
very
weird.
strange.
Alright, so Sean, knowing when to kiss some ass, steps in and says, Ricky would be my daughter. Okay. Alright, so it's time for the rose ceremony. First rose goes to Jeff.
The last one went to Nate.
Which means Stevie's out in the cold this week because only one other chucklehead was sent home. And he took it like a man.
Yeah.
He just said, it sucks. It really sucks.
Oh,
it
well.
sucks. And he left. Alright, so next week, Ryan, who's a little bit cray, says, I hate Ari.
Oh, good.
And we're going to Bermuda. So the little snippet at the end of the show was Alessandro being grilled by Emily and one of the other old biddies about how he dated his third cousin.
I told you. There were other things going on that we did not hear at first.
Yeah, pretty weird. Alright, kids, till next week. Much love.